You are watching a video tutorial on how to name audio files for the New Wave Automation System. There are two different ways to name audio files for the New Wave Automation System. One way is to actually add change the file name prior to even sticking the audio file into the New Wave Automation System. So let's say I have this folder here with some files that either I've ripped or I've created myself, and they are either MP3, MP2, or WAV format files, and I'm ready to add them into the New Wave Automation System. But let's say I wanted to give it a specific cart number, because the reality is if I take this file and put it into the import audio folder, it'll default to giving it a 90,000 cart number. So let's say I don't want the McReynolds file to have the 90,000 cart number. I'm going to want to give it, let's say, 100 for its cart number. So in the file name itself, I'm going to give it the cart number, and then I'm going to put the plus sign as the delimiter, and then the title. So by doing that, it'll automatically have the cart number of 100. Now let's say, we'll go, for instance, with music files, I have this song here, Jar of Hearts by Christina Perri. Let's say I don't have an MP3 ID3V1 tag associated with it, but I still want it to recognize the title and artist by the file name. What I can do is I could put in the cart number, it could be any kind of cart number, and then put the plus sign. And then what you'll want to do is you want to put the plus sign between the title and artist. So I have cart number plus the title of the song plus the artist. And what that'll do is when I import it into the New Wave, it'll automatically come up with that information even if it's missing the title and artist ID3V tag. This is handy for whenever you're doing like WAV format files and stuff like that. So now what I'll do is I'll open up the import audio folder, and then I'll take these two files, right click, select copy, and I'll paste them into the import audio folder. And what'll happen is, and the reason I copied it as opposed to dragging and dropping it over is it's nice to actually have multiple copies of audio files. That way it's a little bit more redundant. You're able to back it up and put these files on, say, a different hard drive or a different computer. So that way if for some reason something happened to the computer, you can always go back to the backup and have the original audio file. And as you can see, the import audio folder took these files, and what it'll do is it'll actually throw it into the library folder. So if I open up the library folder, you can see here that we have the two files have been imported in, and now the New Wave should recognize the new audio file. So if we go to the library screen, you can see here we have cart number 100 with McReynolds, and then the cart number 200, Jar of Hearts with Christina Perri. If for some reason I didn't do that file name system, it'll default to giving it a 90,000 cart number, and it'll be here at the bottom. But it'll use the file name and put that in the title. So now the second method is to actually renaming the files within the automation system. So again, you'll go to the library screen by opening up the New Wave and clicking on library. Once you're here, all you have to do is just select the file that you want to edit. For spots, you're able to edit the cart number, the type, you can give it a title, and you can even give it a text, or in other words a subcategory. So you could just say daytime, for instance. Can't change the length, but the start and kill date you can change here as well. And what you'll do is just click on Save Changes for any changes that you made. And then let's say we want to just make some changes to this Christina Perri song. So here we got the cart number, title, and artist, but we don't have the album information. Let's say we knew it was the Jar of Hearts single album, and you can add that in there. You can also here assign music categories, which will be discussed in another video tutorial, and you can also queue for the EOM time, which will also be discussed in another video tutorial. But essentially this is how you can rename the information for your audio files within the New Wave Automation System. And always be sure to click on Save Changes. And this concludes the video tutorial, and yeah.